Still doing that?
Yes. All right, so welcome to our team call tonight. We are super excited to. We kind of combined our coach kickoff call with all of you because I don't know if you're like us, but it is a good refresher sometimes as coaches to remind ourselves just how simple this business truly is. And we have a ton of resources, but sometimes you can be overloaded with resources. Do you ever get like that where it's so much information, it's like analysis paralysis, and I don't know what to do? So we wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page, that we know when you sit down to work, whether that's from your phone, in the car, on your lunch break, or you sit down at your computer, whenever you have your designated work time, you know exactly what you should be doing. So we wanted to make sure there was no questions. We'll obviously answer questions at the end of this. We kind of wanted to go through. The slide that we've been working through is kind of a mix of the best of what we've all collaborated on. Rachel's has some great slides. We've added to it what Jessica does, what I do, what Laura does, what Genevieve. We've kind of just collaborated and put together what we have found to be the best connection, invites, follow-up, and a very specified and organized system for you. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Jessica, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get started as I'm continuing to let people in, but that way we can get that.
And so as we go through this and roll through this, which you'll see on the first thing, we've kind of given this as a daily guide. I know that life gets busy and in the way. Some of you are working full time, some of you are stay-at-home moms, like everybody's got crazy lives. So when we're going through this action hour, we wanted to lay it out in a way that gives you, if you're completing this action hour 5 to 7 days a week, that means your goal is that you're on a fast track because you want to build income and you want to grow your business. That will be placing you with Success Club 5 and 10 plus. If you're completing this action hour 3 to 5 days a week and you're looking to maintain your current status of income, maintain your current level of rank in the business, you're hitting Success Club 0 to 5, that's about where you're going to be placed. So just to give you kind of a parameter of where you're looking at, and look at your current business now. If you're a more veteran coach, look at, okay, well, right now, after I'm looking at this action hour, honest to goodness, I'm doing it probably this many days a week. Does that match the outcome of my business? Am I doing this action hour 5 to 7 days a week? Does that match the outcome of my business? And let's say you have a day that you just don't have time to do it. You can double up. So you can take the action hour, like the numbers that we're going to give you. And if for some reason you miss a day, or you know, I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, or my work schedule is out of control tomorrow, so I'm going to double up today and I'm going to make my action hour 2 hours because I have the time. And then tomorrow I'm not going to feel guilty about doing it. So there's a lot of flexibility in here. Same goes for the actual messaging. These are, like we said, this is kind of a combination of all of our best messaging. Use it as your kickoff, but definitely don't be afraid to find your own voice and figure out what wording works best for you, because Rachel talks very different than Raquel and talks very different than me and very different than Laura. We always laugh at each other because we can tell right away who wrote the message, because you can just, it's just our personality style and it comes out right away. We talk very differently. So don't feel like you can't put your spin on it, but we wanted to give you something that was very simple and concrete to go off of. So let's get rolling. So first thing is connecting. Hold on, let me move. I can't read it because I have my thingy boppers. So your connection messages, this is you opening the door for future invites. It is super icky and weird if you're coming out of left field from someone that you've never engaged with, they've never seen your stories, they don't know your posts, you don't have a strong social media for them to look at. Now, I'm not saying strong social media as in followers, likes, comments, any of that. You could have 200 followers on Instagram and make a lot more money than somebody who has 20,000 followers. The number of followers you have on your social media means nothing and has nothing to do with your business success. However, what you have content-wise on your social media makes a world of difference, because anybody that you invite is going to immediately stalk your social media and they're going to see what content do you have on there. So when you're doing your social media connections, you're opening the door for future invites. And the better job you've done of connecting with people on a genuine, authentic level, the more likely that they're going to trust you and they're going to want to know whatever it is that you're inviting them to. Whether you're inviting them to join your Fit Crew community, you're wanting them to jump on board with your team because you see potential in them as a business leader. If they already know, like, and trust you because of your content and because of the way you've connected with them already, you're going to have a lot better chance of them saying, yes, let me know more. So that's you posting on stories. You've got to share your daily experience. We've got lots of examples on how to post your stories, how many times a day to do that. But at the end of the day, just be excited. Just be happy about what you're doing. Talk about your day, what you're doing, what you're eating, what's your personal development, what was your workout. When you're on team calls like this, what are you getting out of it? Don't just like do a screenshot of it, but that you're learning and you're collaborating and you're doing this masterminding with your team. So really sharing authentically and diving deep with your story content on both Instagram and Facebook. Don't count out Facebook stories. Those views have skyrocketed lately if you've not been paying attention. They used to be like nothing, but they've really taken a big leap. So don't feel like you shouldn't also be sharing that content to your Facebook stories. Posting on Facebook and Instagram daily. Do one solid, good post on your social media. And if you need help with a calendar, we shared last week on our part 1 of the new coach call, we shared a template of what you should be posting and that you can just go and grab one of those posts because you want to have a big array. You want people to see that you've got a lifestyle. Whether you're a mom, you're a dog mom, you are married, you're getting married, you're a teacher, they want to see who you are as a person. Do you love fashion? Do you love the outdoors? Do you like to go hiking? Do you love to go traveling? Like, who are you as a person? People need to see that. But I also need to see when I go to your page that you have something I can join. I need to see that you're part of a team in some way, shape, or form. I need to see that from your social media. I need to see that you're in a healthy community. I need to see that you work out, that you take care of yourself. And whether that means that I go to your page and I see, you know what, this girl hates fitness, she hates working out, she hates eating healthy, but she wants to feel better, she wants energy, and so she is working hard at this, and I'm just like that, so I think I need what she has to offer. Or maybe you're going to somebody's page who loves to work out, they love healthy recipes, they love to cook, they think it's so fun, and you resonate with that. But when I go to your social media, I want to be able to see that. So one good, solid, thoughtful post. And create your content when your brain is most active. So for me, after I work out, after I do my personal development, that is when my brain is most creative. So that's when I'm creating post content, even though that's not when I'm going to be posting it. If you wait until, let's say, the best time for you to post is at 9 o'clock at night, and you wait until 9 o'clock at night after you've worked at 12-hour days, or after your kids have just run you ragged and you're just like, oh, I need to get a post up, but I have nothing to say and my brain hurts. That energy is going to come across on social media and your post will fall flat. So when you're most creative and you're in your best energy state is when you want to be creating the content for what you're going to put out into social media, because that's your storefront. When you're inviting something, that's what they see from you. That's how they get to know, like, and trust you. So be really, really thoughtful and be intentional with what you're putting out there. Don't just post to post. Have a reason behind it. What is this sharing? Is this educating my followers? Is this giving value to my followers? Is it entertaining my followers? It doesn't always have to be health, fitness, business, but what value am I providing to the people who are seeing this, even if it's just a good laugh? Engaging on Facebook. Send simple birthday messages. Don't discount these. This is how I started my business, with birthday messages, because I was really nervous to send any other kind of message. But sending a birthday message is a great way to start your action hour because it gets the cobwebs off. There's no thinking. Hey, Amanda, happy birthday. I hope you have the best day. Boom, we're done here. That's it. And maybe they don't answer. Maybe they say thanks. And then maybe that turns into a future challenger in 6 months. But you're planting a seed and you're showing that you care about another human. Nobody gets mad about a birthday message. I showed that I care about another human and I'm done. I have no expectation coming back from me. Now, there are times when I send a birthday message and they're like, thank you so much. And because it's my birthday, I'm feeling like I need to refresh and renew my life. Tell me about how to get into one of your groups. That does happen too. Maybe it happens right away, maybe it happens down the line, but just showing you care about another human, and it's a great way to get the nerves out when you start sending messages, because sometimes you're like, I need to invite, but I don't know what to say, and you get so caught up you don't do anything. Use that as your way to get rolling. Connect and have friends that have mutual connections that look like your target market. So when you're on Facebook, you still want to be adding friends. You can have up to 5,000 friends, but don't just go randomly friend requesting people. A, Facebook will block you. B, that's not going to serve you. You want to reach out to people, connect with people, and add friends with people that have mutual interests, that you can go to their page and say, this is somebody I would want to go have coffee with. This is somebody I would want to go drink margaritas with. I would want to have a play date with my kids. I would want to travel with. Make sure it's somebody that connects with you on a level that you would want to work with them, and then connect with them and add them to your network. Growing your Instagram following. So finding a coach account. So this is actually from Rachel. This is what Rachel does. This is from her piece. Finding a non-coach account that you love that has a lot of followers. So think Carrie Underwood. Think Ellen. Think people that, like, big names that you resonate with. Big blog names that have big, large accounts. Go to Joanna Gaines. Things that you're interested in. People that you would naturally follow. And then engage on their posts. And look at the people that you're looking at. So make sure that you yourself know who your target market is. And we talked about that a little bit on part 1 as well. But look and think, for when you first start off, your target market is you. Who are you? That is who you are attracting. And maybe that's who you are 5 minutes ago. So before I started coaching, who was I and what was I searching for? And go and genuinely engage on their thing. So if you find somebody who, let's say you go up and you find somebody who you think is going to be a great connection for you. Search through their posts, search through their stories, see if they have stories, respond and engage with their stories, whether it's that they posted a mom meme, they posted a Bible verse that you really connect with, and respond back to their story, reply to their story. Send them a message and say, hey, I love the dress you had on your last post. Where did you get it?
Sorry.
Okay, I just You can also save these people to a Coach Potential collection on Instagram. So on the side button, you may already know this, when you're on Instagram, there's a side little upside down flag looking thing. You can click that button and it says save. You can save them to a collection, and you can name the collection Coach Potential or Future Coaches, whatever you want to name them. And then that allows you to go back through, click on your collection, and just have them scrolling through your newsfeed, so you can easily go to their page, engage with their content, like their comments, or comment on their feed, look at their stories, respond to their stories, and reach out to them. When they follow you back, so if you're going through and you're doing new follows, new ads for people on Instagram, when they do follow you back, reach out and send them a message. Make sure that they see that, yes, I see you, I'm excited to connect with you, and just on a personal, person-to-person level, like, just be human. Don't immediately think this is a future coach, this is a future challenge group to our future success club points. Think of, how can this person provide me value in my life, and how can I provide them value in their life? Social media is about people providing value to each other, and it is a social community. When you go through social media, people make you laugh. They make you inspired. They give you great quotes. They give you inspiration. Think about what you're searching for on social media, and make sure you're also providing that to other people. So you're truly forming connections. You're not just looking for your next sale.
All right. So she just laid the groundwork of what we should be doing every single day, so that as we go into the connection and invite messages, all of this makes better sense and it's not coming out of left field. So these are daily income producing activity goals. Again, we said at the beginning, if your goal is to build a solid foundation, you need to be doing these daily. It's one of those things that's so easy to do, but it's also really easy not to do. If you're like, hey, I'm going to build it at a slower pace, and if I only make an extra couple $100s a month, I'm cool with that. Cool. Then just know that if you're only doing it a few times a week, that's what's going to show up in your business. We just want to be super honest, super frank, and tell you this is what it looks like behind the scenes. If you are on this team and you want to build a 6-figure, making over $100,000 a year business, it's absolutely possible. This opportunity is here, but you got to do the work. And this is what it looks like. So for instance, 10 plus connection messages. So sending out those connection messages that she just talked about, just opening the door to conversation, following new people, commenting on their things, sending those happy birthday messages, a minimum of 10 a day. 5 invites a day. At least 2 should be to coaching. We have said this multiple times, but I just want to make sure you hear it one more time. The quickest way to build your business is to build a team that's going to run with you, that is excited about helping others on their journey to healthy and fitness. Me, myself, and I can only reach so many people. But when I have bomb rock star coaches on my team that are just as excited and passionate about me, we grow even faster. So You got to be inviting others to this opportunity, at least 2 a day. The rest can be to your boot camps. We said follow the team calendar. We posted a team calendar in some of our team pages, but know when you have a new group starting. Know when you're really pushing coaching. For instance, on Wednesday, we will be hosting a What is Coaching webinar. So I'm going to be talking a lot about coaching in my stories, and probably all of my invites this week will be to coaching because I'm going to be hyper focused on that. 5+ follow-ups. Again, some days it's going to be more. If you're talking to a lot of people, that list will continue to grow. I know a lot of times we are asked, well, how do I keep track of this? Business activity tracker, guys. The sheet, I have it bound. Again, we talked about this on the first part of it. Keep a list. If you want a super organized, fancy Excel sheet, you can do that. I've done that. I've done computer. I've tried different things. But when push comes to shove, honestly, pen and paper, whether it's my notebook or my business activity tracker, that's usually how I write who I'm connecting with, who I need to follow up with, where we are in the conversation. But find what works for you. And again, just having those conversations and following up. These are the minimums. Again, we talked about there's going to be some days where it just doesn't happen, and that's okay, but maybe you double up a day. If I didn't get to work tomorrow, maybe I'll double up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Figure out what works for you, but just know that this is behind the scenes of if you really want to build a business, you've got to be doing this consistently over time. Okay. Do you want me to do this one, Jess, since you've talked a lot on that first one? You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is invites to a client group. So this is what it looks like. You've talked about it in your stories, from stories. Sorry, it's hard for me to see. You've talked about your boot camp, your client group in your stories, and you have people who've watched all the way through. Okay, they've watched all the way through. You're going to send a message similar to this. Hey, thanks so much for watching my stories. Day 18 was killer, but I'm loving this MM100 program, or whatever program you're doing. Is it something you're interested in or learning more about? So I've seen that they watched my workout video of day 18. I've seen that they watched through my 4 things where I'm talking about my boot camp and how I'm excited and what I offer and all those things. If they've made it through my video and made it through those 4 of me talking, I know I've piqued their interest, so that's who I'm going to send that message to. If I go to their page and it's super clear that they're into fitness too, that's when you send a message like, hey, thanks so much for watching my stories. I love that you're helping fitness too. This program I'm doing has been killer and I'm loving it. Is it something you'd be interested in learning more about? Super simple. Don't overthink it. Again, use it in words that make sense for you, how you would chat with somebody, but just sending that first initial contact message. If they'd answer to invite and want more, here's what we say. Awesome, I'm so excited you want to learn more. Tell me a little bit more about you. What are your current goals and priorities right now? Okay. If they're like, no, I love watching you. It's so much fun. I love your workout videos. Okay, cool. No worries. Always here if you need anything. Thanks so much for watching my stories. And away we go. And again, you've planted that seed. If you click on this, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to go when we have limited time, but if you follow the VIP conversation guide, they want more info and you're like, oh, they want more info. What do I say? Follow this conversation guide. Okay. It is step-by-step what we've been using throughout the years that works. It's a flow. You're not going to word vomit on people. Follow the conversation guide. I don't know if you saw, but in Team VIP family, I updated the cover photo of our Facebook page. And if you click on that cover photo, it has the links to all of these things. It has the links to these slides. It has the links to conversation guides. So if you're looking for that, that's where it is, but follow the guide. That's just a quick way to get somebody who's been watching your stories and invite them. Jess, you want to go?
Okay, so following up on your story. So again, if you're not using the business activity tracker, make sure that you're using some form of a tracker that works for you. As a new coach, the business activity tracker is the easiest way to keep your ducks in a row. And then as you sort of develop and you grow and you start to get past your first couple of months of success, you'll naturally find a groove that works best for you. But following up is so important. Fortune is truly in the follow-up. A lot of times people just are busy. We're so overstimulated. People just forget. They forget that they saw your message. They forget that they didn't reply. Something happened and, oh, I forgot I had a wedding and I don't have money today. And they get pushed off. But if you don't forget about them, they're going to join eventually. And I promise you that is the case. I have that happen all the time. People just flake out for whatever reason. But if you continue to keep them on your follow-up list and you continue to engage with them, they're going to join whenever they're ready. After the first time they haven't replied. So maybe you did send them, they've seen your stories, you sent them a message, they're still not responding. Hey, not sure if you saw my last message or not. I know life gets crazy and everything is easily lost. I just wanted to make sure that you see if you're interested in my next VIP 100 group or whatever you have something coming up. So for us, we have our September 9th is our next wave of MM100. A great way to reach out to people too is, hey, I know you were interested in our first wave of MM100, but it wasn't a good time, or you had that vacation pop up and money was tight. I've got a new wave starting September 9th and I wanted to invite you before I opened it up publicly. Is that something you're interested in? Do you want me to save you a spot? Be natural in your conversations. These are just examples to get your tongue rolling, get your body moving. These can also be sent as voice memos or as messages. So don't feel like, if you're more natural to speaking and it sounds easier to speak, if you would rather somebody send you a voice message than to send a text, voice memo people. Hey, girlfriend, I just decided I'm opening a new wave of MM100. It starts September 9th. I'm super excited. You're one of the first people I thought of because I know you wanted to do it last time, but you weren't able to get it done. Are you interested in me saving you a spot? Boom. Be excited. Send them a message. Get excited. After their first non-reply, hey, girlfriend, I'd love to have you be part of my community, but it's totally cool if you're not into it. It would be great to hear from you either way. Just giving the people the opportunity to say, hey, I see you. I see that you haven't responded. Just give me a yes or no. People often respond to that. My first message is always just saying, hey, just checking in to see if you saw my last message. Wanted to make sure it came through okay. Or, hey, wanted to make sure you saw my last message. I don't want you to think I forgot about you. When I say I don't want you to think I forgot about you, they always reply back because they see that, oh, I'm leaving her hanging. She's actually working on, she's going to keep messaging me because she doesn't want me to think she forgot about me. So they will always reply to something like that. So just some example conversations for you to go off. And like Raquel said, you have access to all of these, so we don't want to spend too much time. But following up is so, so key. Okay, next.
This is, again, just some more example responses. Like after they've told you their goals and what they're, I'm a mom, I'm trying to lose my baby weight. Cool. And you said, awesome. And you replied back, here's some different ways to respond. People will ghost you. Okay. People will go MIA. I just want to be clear for you. I've been doing this for almost 5 years and I still have people that ghost me. That's okay. I don't take it personal. I realize life happens. They get crazy. Maybe they're too scared to commit, and that's okay. But here's some example messages. After multiple invites, again, I'm just trying to connect with them, regardless of whether or not you want to join my group or not. If you've told me your goals and we've gone back and forth, at that point, I kind of assume I'm their coach. And my job as a coach is to bring out the best in you and to maybe push you in a way that maybe you wouldn't push yourself. And for a lot of people, I know they want to do this, but for whatever reason, they're afraid they won't be successful. They're afraid it won't work for them. They tried everything else. And my job is just to show up and show that I care. And when you follow up, that's showing like, hey, I value you enough and I care about what you've told me when you shared your goals and how you're struggling to feel confident in the mirror after you've had a baby. I say I have a baby because I attract a lot of moms and I care about you and I want to help you get results and I know I can help you get there. If timing's not right, totally understand, but just want to let you know I'm here for you when you're ready. Again, that simple human connection. When they know you care, that makes a world of a difference. So again, these are some example messages. You have them in the Convo guide as well. But just don't be afraid to continue following up. That's the biggest key I want to tell you. Most people follow up 2 times. Okay, but then statistics show us most people say yes at follow-up 7 and 8. But most of us don't ever get to follow up 7 and 8. And I will tell you, I have followed up with people for an entire year before they said yes. And then they sign up with me, they get great results, and they're like, God, why didn't I do this a year sooner? So don't be afraid to follow up. Again, it just shows that you care. Okay. Jess, can you see that? Are you there? Okay. I'll do it. Okay, so this is invites to, again, a client group from a specific post, not necessarily your stories. Very similar. Hey, thanks so much for the love you showed me on my transformation post. Were you just being an awesome cheerleader and supportive friend, or were you interested in getting more info? Very simple, very basic. It gives them an out if they're like, oh no, I was just being supportive. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. And then again, second invite, third invite, more follow examples that we just gave you. But again, following that VIP conversation guide is really what we want you to think. Again, if they're already telling you like, oh no, I'm already on a fitness journey, they're telling you what they're already doing, that's awesome. Ask them more about it. Get people to talk more to you, right? Be interested in what they're doing and plant that coach invite and be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing that you're already working out at the gym. Girl, have you ever considered like maybe being a coach like me? You would rock this business. Again, I don't expect that my first invite out of the gate, planting a seed for coaching for people to say yes, but I have planted a seed for the future that I know will eventually come around. All right.
Sorry, I was talking, but I just had myself muted.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see you.
So, okay, same thing. And we won't go, I'm not going to say all these invites because we're running out of time. I want to make sure we have time for questions. You have access to all of these. But we have given you very specific. Here's an example invite to send somebody that is watching your story on health and fitness and how to get them plugged into your group. Here's an invite on how to invite somebody that is liking your post. Maybe it's your transformation post. Maybe it's a workout post that you're saying, hey, I just finished phase 1 of MM100. Here's my transformation, or I'm feeling awesome. Whatever it is, you're inviting from your post. Here's an invite how to invite a coach from your story. So you're talking about coaching on your stories. Same thing, you're going through and you're seeing, okay, they watched several frames of me talking about my coaches, my team, so I'm reaching out and I'm inviting them to my team. Different scenarios, what it was you were talking about on your stories, match with an example invite that you can reword, use your own language, use your own voice, and again, send it as a voice memo or send it as a message that you can send on Messenger. When you find messages that work good for you and you feel like, yes, that feels good, that works, I get good response from that, copy and paste it into a note on your phone so that you can easily, when you're on your phone, bada bing, bada boom. I have like a handful of messages that I send, and then I will just edit depending on who they are and add, when I'm actually talking about their personal story, I can just kind of ad lib and edit, but I have the same skeleton structure that I use most of the time. Copy, paste, build off of that. It saves a lot of time. So use these messages to work off of, and then when you find what works, save them as a note on your phone. When you're inviting from a story, when you're inviting from a post, when you're inviting to a challenge group, when you're inviting to a coach event. So here's the same thing that we have for the VIP Fit Crew conversation guide. That's for you getting a client enrolled. Invite to coaching guide is the exact same thing. You will follow that. When someone says, yes, I'm interested, tell me more, this will give you step-by-step what to say, what to send, how to get them moving through. If you have questions about that, always reach out to us because we will walk you through it. I know it can be more scary to invite to coaching than it can to a client group, but I'm telling you, once you get comfortable with it, it's a lot more fun because you get to change so much more about the person. Okay.
So same thing. I don't want to go through this. You can walk through too, but just inviting to coaching. How would you like to be invited? Straight up, how would you like to be invited? Me personally, I would like to be complimented and you to tell me why I think I would make a great coach and then invite me to see more. That's personally what I would want to do. When I think about inviting to coaching, I think I've shared this with some of you before. I look at it like recruiting. That's like a good thing. I was in a sorority in college and they're getting ready to do Rush right now. To be recruited in a sorority felt good. People wanted me. Like that feels good. Professional athletes go and they want to be recruited onto a team. So just taking that posture of like, man, that's really giving somebody a compliment because I don't just invite anybody and everybody off of my social media. I'm really honing in and being like, would I want to hang out with this person? Would I want to go to brunch with her? Would it be fun to have these Zoom video calls together? And if that's a firm yes, I'm sending her an invite and I'm like, girlfriend, I think you're awesome. I don't know if you've ever considered doing what I do, but I would love to have you on my team. Would you be open to hearing more info? That's it. Super complimentary. Would you be open to hearing more info? Right? And a lot of times they're like, well, I thought about it, but I'm not really sure what you do. Cool. Follow the invite to coaching guide. Okay. And again, I don't go in expecting people to say yes, because quite honestly, if somebody had asked me, I probably would have said no the first time. Jessica, my very best friend, who I love dearly, said no to me. We were best friends, right? So just know it's okay, but I planted a seed, and when the timing is right, they'll come around if it's a good fit for them. But don't be afraid to invite, because this will change your business when you do it consistently. All right, same thing, follow-ups. We don't really need to talk about that. It's the same similar follow-up to challenge groups. It's the same thing that you're going to say about that with coaching as well.
Okay, just roll through. Same thing. These are examples that you can go through.
Yeah.
Same thing that you do from a story. But at the very end, you have, again, you've got it linked. This is also linked in the Team VIP family. The cover photo, you can click on it and click these links directly. So just open these up, work through them. The first couple times that you're doing your action hour, it may take like an hour and a half, or you may not get all the way through it because you're working out the kinks. But when you become a well-oiled machine, if you have only 1 hour a day to do your business, make it a focused hour that includes all the things that we talked about: connecting, inviting, following up. Because if you're not doing those things on a daily basis, or 3 to 5 times a week, if you're looking to stay where you're at, 5 to 7 times a week. And again, those days don't have to be separate. If you've got more time on one day, double up. But if you're not doing this part of your business on a very, very consistent basis, you're going to struggle to gain momentum in your business. So if you get nothing else done, you will spend an hour on Netflix without blinking an eyeball. You will spend an hour social media stalking people without blinking an eyeball. If you make this hour an action hour that is a priority to your business, I promise you, you will move forward. Any questions on it? Or is it helpful? When you are asked what you do, how do you describe coaching before you send off the video? That is in your conversation guide. There is an exact blurb. But
there's 2 different options so that you can choose what sounds more like you. You can edit it, but those are some 2 options. I think one of them is what Jessica says. One of them might be what Rachel says. I mean, we all have different things that we say. And again, it's going to take what works for you and your people.
And always think, what would I tell my best friend? What would I say if that person was sitting in front of me? So don't make it weird when you're inviting, and don't make it too scripty. What would I say if the person was sitting right in front of me? What would I tell them? Why do I love coaching? I love coaching because I get paid to live a healthy lifestyle. I get paid to help other women. I get paid to be part of this incredible community. Like, there's so many things. What is it that you personally love about coaching, and spin it off of that? But of course, we've given you very specific examples too, to work off of. Other questions? Comments, concerns?
We kind of tried to fly through that, but we just wanted to show you literally an hour a day you can build this business. Go to those conversation guides, copy the whole thing, put it into a note in your phone. Like, that's what I have in my phone. It is literally an entire invite to coaching and invite to client. I have 2 separate notes. All of it is there. And it is very cut and paste. Obviously, we edit per who we're talking to, but the structure is there.
Jordan says she uses Google Keep, so that's a good option too for you to do your notes. Megan asked, can I use other coach shoutouts and achievements that are posted Thursdays? I don't have my own yet. 100% heck yes. If you see somebody, like when Mallory hit 2-star, or when someone hits Emerald, or when you're seeing somebody that is accomplishing something on Thursday and they're getting shouted out, shout them out too. No, everybody loves to get shouted out. An accomplishment is a big darn deal, and everybody on Team VIP is Team VIP. So 100% shout everybody out. Same thing with your clients that are in your community group. Or when I see, like, I shared, who was it? I shared Fallon's transformation last week on the social, because I was like, holy guacamole. I saw her post it on her own social media, and I plucked that up and stole it and put it on mine, because I was like, that is so good. And she looked incredible. And then I was able to give her a shout out at the same time. So it's a win-win, and everybody sort of wins when we kind of collaborate together. So yes, good question, but absolutely always collaborate together.
And the biggest thing I would tell you too is I think sometimes we feel like we have to earn a big paycheck every week to be excited about what we're earning. Don't underestimate what an extra $30 could do for somebody, an extra $50. Like, for me, $30 means like a manicure for me, which when we were, 3 kids in daycare and we were very salaried state employees, I never got my nails done because I felt guilty taking from the family budget. So something as simple as like, I could go get my nails done and not feel guilty, or I could buy those janky little trinkets at Target that I love to buy without feeling bad about it. You know what I mean? So don't ever underestimate what that could do for somebody. $30 a week. What is that? 120 a month or 150 a month, depending on how many weeks? Like, that's a lot. I would just say shout out everything. Take people on the journey with you, no matter where you start, so that when you do start growing and you do start sharing, people can be excited with you all throughout. They can watch that journey with you and be excited about it, you know?
Yeah. If you didn't see the chat, Leah and Haley are hitting 1 star this week. Correct, Leah? You gave me a scared face.
Yes.
So I tried chatting earlier just to confirm it, and chat was down. So I just
okay. So yes, she's hitting 1 star this week, and Haley will have held her diamond for 6 consecutive weeks. So that's a huge deal too. So we have a lifetime diamond and a 1 star diamond. So everybody wear your Team VIP tanks on Thursday. Get ready for some celebration. That's a big darn deal. That is a huge, and that will not only qualify her as a lifetime 1 star diamond, that will also qualify her for NLC in February, which is a big, big deal to be invited to. So huge congrats coming your way in just 4 days. Things going on this week. We have a coach sneak peek event on Wednesday. You are always more than welcome to jump on board and invite your coaches. It'll be a Zoom webinar just like this at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have our 3-day refresh goes on sale tomorrow. The posts are up in the event. If you are not in the event page, make sure to get yourself in the event page. We will be doing our 3-day refresh team-wide the day after Labor Day. So starting on September 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And you can add your customers in there. Last day for customers to order is the 24th for them to get it in on time for their 3-day refresh. September 9th will be second wave of MN100. If you have questions about that or what you should be inviting to at what time, look at the August calendar that we posted. And if you need help finding that, please let us know. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Anybody need a boomie? Shall we? Boomies up, boomies up. Okay, on your mark, get set, act a fool. So
Can someone just tag me in that, please?
Both boxes up, okay? Too much. I got too excited. All right.
Oh, and Jennifer Flores should be hitting Diamond Thursday. What?
Right. Oh my God.
Wear your VIP tanks on Thursday.
Party. I'll be celebrating, shooting our energize like fools. All right. See you guys on the social.